worldwide.
Okay.
Okay, and of course, Angie's granddaughter has leukemia.
Yes,
so
we're praying for
keep
her.
in our prayers. And she turned 6 this week.
Yes.
How's she doing, Angie?
Her spirits are
I was gonna
good.
say, we pray for her every
Yeah,
Sunday at
she's
church.
very weak, her, leg
Okay,
wise
right.
and everything.
My doctor's little girl had leukemia. She's older now, but she was 6, and she's in remission.
Good.
That's been 4 years ago.
I have to tell y'all a couple of things on her, but her chemo is getting stronger and stronger, and she's what they call intermediate right now for 8 weeks. And then the next 8 weeks will be the really tough stuff. And then they'll go back to 8 weeks of intermediate, and then at that point, when she gets through with that, they'll test her and see how she stands. But her last year, 4-year-old kindergarten teacher had said all year long, I'm not gonna be back next year. She's been at Brookhaven Academy for a good long time. And I would say she's probably in her mid to late 40s. And her name is Crystal White, and she's the most wonderful Christian woman. And she said, I don't know where the Lord is leading me, whether the Lord is leading me into a women's ministry or some type of blog or a Bible study. I just don't know. Well, when Evie was diagnosed and she was still in Blair Batson, Crystal called Shelby and she said, I know now where the Lord was leading me. And Shelby said, well, where? And she said, I'm supposed to homeschool Evie this next year. So Evie gets up in the mornings, gets her backpack and her lunch, and she dresses just like she's going to school. And she goes to Miss Crystal's house.
Oh.
So she misses
Okay.
her
And
friends
you want
at
me to
church.
write?
That's really hard,
I tell you what,
but
let me hand it and then
she
I'll tell you.
likes Miss
I'll give it to you
Crystal.
when I
That's
need one.
fantastic.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
so,
Yeah, I
we're
took
gonna
what I
drive the
needed while
birthday
ago.
party today. But a couple of weeks ago, yeah, some of y'all may have seen Shelby's post
When
on
we get taken
Facebook.
pictures.
Shelby said they were going down the road. And I don't know if Evie saw some
I'm
goats
watching
or
my
just what, but she
husband.
said,
to
Mom,
call.
do goats eat dresses? And she said, oh yes, goats will eat dresses.
Anything.
And she said, well, will they eat something else? And I don't know.
Dolls.
Yeah, will they eat dolls or something? And she said, yes, they will eat dolls. And she said, will they eat hair? And Shelby said, I don't know about hair. And she said, can't eat mine, I don't have any. And then last Saturday, Hunter had to tell me that he was up, he was fixing breakfast, and Shelby had taken the dog to the vet, and Evie, nothing was said or anything, and all of a sudden she said, she had had a treatment on Friday, and her emotions were just up and down and up and down, and she said, I'm done with this, I am out of here, I am over it. And she gets her backpack, and she packs up her backpack, and Hunter said, I never said anything, I don't know what she put in her backpack, she just came out with this. And he said she went to the front door, and she started down the driveway, and he went to the front door, and he went out on the porch, and he said, Evie, I've got breakfast ready, do you want to eat before you leave? And she said, yeah, I do believe I will. And she turned around, and she came back in the house, and she ate breakfast, and Hunter said she has not said another word.
That was the end of it.
That was it. So
Wow.
I don't know what in the world was wrong.
Oh my gosh. Cute.
A mess.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so be sure, get your mammograms and do your self-breast exams.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, we will go ahead and get started. So let me call this meeting to order. If you will turn to page 2, your DAR ritual, and please stand. By virtue of the authority vested in me as regent of the Copiah chapter of the National Society, Daughters of the American Revolution, I now declare this meeting in session to perpetuate the memory and spirit of the men and women who achieved American independence, to promote the development of an enlightened public opinion, and to foster patriotic citizenship. These are the objects of our society, Daughters of the American Revolution.
Okay. You want me to do
Go
that?
ahead, yes, ma'am.
Guard that which is committed to thy trust.
Yet I have a goodly heritage.
Thou shalt remember all the way which Jehovah thy God hath led thee.
Blessed is the nation
whose God is Jehovah.
Our Father in heaven, we thank thee for thy abiding presence in the life of our country. We thank thee for all those yesterdays of our human race whose lessons and fulfillment have become a heritage to us. Continue, we pray, thy blessings upon this nation, that all who are a part of it may learn true nobility of manhood and womanhood. Grant us growth and understanding and increasing devotion to righteousness. In thy name we pray. Amen.
Okay, we will now do the pledge to the flag. We have plenty of flags up here, courtesy of Miss Johnny Lou. Okay, attention, salute. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, you may be seated. Wait, no, American's Creed, sorry. Okay, we will read the American's Creed in your book, page 3. I believe in the United States of America,
as a government of the people, by the people, for the people, whose just powers are derived from consent of the governed, a democracy and a republic, a sovereign nation of many sovereign states, a perfect union, one and inseparable, established on those principles of freedom, equality, justice, and humanity, for which American patriots sacrificed their lives and fortunes. I therefore believe it is my duty to my country to love it, to support its Constitution, to obey its laws, to respect its flags, and to defend it from all enemies.
now you may be seated. Okay, so I have a lot to go over today, so I'm just going to try to get through it as quickly as I can. And I know that Johnny Lou has some things, and Miss Angie, so let's see, let me pull out my list real quick. Okay, first off, this goes with dues. So I want to talk about the fact that we are now selling wreaths across America, wreaths again, okay? And this is our 4th year to participate. It will be our 2nd year to do it on our own, and this is our major fundraiser, okay? Last year, we sold, I received 181 wreaths. Okay, I know of that I calculated that we all participated in, okay, selling, so thank you. And we received about $1,000 out of it.
Wow.
Awesome.
We get $5 a wreath. Okay, so they're $15, 10 of that goes to Wreaths Across America, 5 of it, 15 goes to them, but 5 of it comes back. We literally get a physical check in the mail. And so, $5 of every one. That is our main fundraiser. So I'm asking you this year to please do your best to, I don't care if you want to buy a wreath, I don't care if you want to get other people to buy a wreath. If you can, each one of you, all the members can at least have credit for at least a wreath, then we can keep our dues down. So we talked about this last year, and it's going to work, okay? We have now, Regina says, $680 in the bank. That's after we've used a little bit of the money too for other things, which I'll talk about in a minute. So we're sitting on $680. Y'all, we haven't sat on money like that since I've ever been regent or even been in this organization, okay? So this is our money maker. We were always looking for something to make money. This is our money maker, okay? So please, please, we'll be selling them until the end of November, okay? So I have the form. I'm going to email, I will text, whatever I need to get to you, okay? I'm going to get it to you, okay? You can forward that. You can post that. You can use that, okay? And basically, all it is getting a $15 check for each wreath, okay, or if you want 5 wreaths, it's 5 times 15, whatever it is, made out to WAA, Wreaths Across America. They have to make it out to them, not us, okay? If they make it out to us, it just is a problem, because then I have to deposit it, and then I have to, you know, do the money out and all this, so it's just best it's.
Wreaths Across America.
Yes,
Okay.
or WAA, okay? And all I do is I have to put a code, I have to put a couple of codes on the checks. And that's why they need to come to me. I write the code on the check. If the code's not on the check, we don't get credit. So I want to make sure they're on the check. So if somebody says, can I just mail a check? I'd rather them give it to you, you get it to me, or they send it to me, or whatever, okay? So on that form, my address is on there, okay? If they want to PayPal or Venmo me, that's fine too, and I'll take the money and I'll write a check. I did that last year. Or I personally deposit the money in my account, and then I go online and I make sure I go through the correct portal to get us credit. So I do them that way too, okay? So however you want to do it, or anyone wants to do it, we can make it happen, okay? So that said and done, our dues at a minimum to break fairly even are $75, okay? If you can just do 1 wreath, like I said, doesn't even have to be you buying the wreath, okay? We can keep our dues at $65. That's what I like to do. If we really start making a lot of money, maybe we can lower our dues even more.
But this year,
But I'd like to keep it like we did last year and do $65.
but this year they'll be 65.
Right, yes, now. And so they are due now, and I need to postmark them, I think by November 1st. So it's fine if you don't pay today, okay? But if you'll get that in the mail to me, or Venmo, PayPal, whatever you want to do, and I can write a check, it doesn't matter. Those need to be paid. We need to get a postmark, because they harassed me last year, and I was like, look, we're doing good to meet people, you know, don't harass me during COVID. And that's basically what I told them. I was like, I hadn't seen these people in over a year. I was like, how dare you? I got our national dues in. I was like, what do you want? It was the state people that were harassing me, but anyway, I was like, we got them in. We did get them in. Okay. Angie's got them. Yes, ma'am.
If you want to give or purchase a wreath for your ancestor, and you know what state they were buried, but that's all you know, how does they go about?
So the cemeteries that we sponsor, we can lay a wreath at any cemetery we want to ourselves, okay? We
But
can
what
get
if
the
you
wreath
don't know
and lay
what
it,
cemetery,
okay?
you just know what state?
So,
I have ancestry.com and I can find it for you if you need.
Okay.
Wouldn't I be able to?
maybe.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, so I did receive a money order from somebody, no idea who they are, a money order made out to the Wreaths Across America for someone in a cemetery in a state up north. I can't do that, okay? And the only way that can happen is if you go on the Wreaths Across America, they have a map on there. You need to see if there's an organization close to the cemetery, or even sponsoring the cemetery that your ancestor is buried in, or anybody, any veteran. It's for veterans, it doesn't have to be, but that's what it is about. You need to see if there's one in that state close to there that would be willing to accept your money, your wreath, and get it out there to them, okay? So basically, we're dealing with Copiah County, and then I know we do Teresa's and Terry. So we'll handle that area, but now, Socks for Heroes, which she came and talked to us that time, okay? And that reminds me, we do need to collect socks or anything we can, to go to them. So I'll have to send out a reminder for next, meeting.
They were in town last weekend, and we
Good.
went up there and donated some socks. We really didn't know what it was, because,
Yeah.
you know, it just said come. And my husband's a veteran, so she wanted to give him stuff, and he said, no, we're giving you some.
We're giving you, yeah.
But they did make me a couple of bags for a couple of older gentlemen that we go to church with. They said, well, do you know any other veterans? So we thought of a couple of the older
Yeah.
men,
Yeah, it is.
and took them bags, but
And I'm like,
anyway.
you're so hot.
It was kind of funny.
So if it's, oh, and they got this thing on there, they got a kale, it's 73. So we are covering the cemeteries here in the county, and Hazelhurst, I think the city of Hazelhurst usually covers Hazelhurst, but Kathy with Socks for Heroes can help you with that. I know Socks for Heroes does Wesson, and Beauregard, and then Sherry is associated with Beauregard as well. And then Georgetown, their city does theirs for their cemetery. But now, if I get any for those cemeteries, that's fine, we can sell them through
I got
those.
Gallman, we have.
Yeah, we do
many.
Gallman too, yeah. So I mean, I can take those orders, or you can go through them to do them. But if you want us to get credit, go through us, and I'll still make sure they get to those cemeteries. So, okay, so yes, Regina's our treasurer, so if you want to pay today, that's $65. If not,
There's 130 in there.
if not, you can send payment to Regina, or you can send payment to me. I'm P.O. Box 995 in Crystal Springs. So whatever you want to do, make it out to our DAR Copiah chapter, because we do one check. We have to pay as a whole. Actually, we don't even do a check anymore. They pull it out of our account. So that's a good thing. I think we send a check for state, but they pull it out of our account for national. So we have to have the money in there. And last year I had to put money in there to cover us, and then after we got our money in for our race, I was able to get it back out. So, yes,
I told you to.
yes, she told me to do it. So I got my money out, so that's where some of it went. Some of the money also went to send flowers to Miss Carmen Lewis, Teresa's grandmother, and she is at Copiah Living Center. And tell them how old she is.
98.
Yay!
Wow.
I think, and Miss Arva Lee, she got flowers. How old is she?
Oh,
94,
94? I think it's 94.
Yes, and then.
She was born, I think now, 1926, I think she was born 1926, when is that?
Mhm.
I
And
hope
then-
I'm right.
And then Miss Carney,
It's coming.
we sent flowers to her
And
too.
we got thank you notes from Arbalene and Miss Carney. We got thank you notes.
Yes, and then we were asking about the Living Center, because they, her mom, Miss Ellen, didn't know that they could even go back in there. They didn't even tell them, but we were over there the other day, and she's doing fantastic.
Mm.
Yeah, so we're excited. So we sent flowers to them, so that's where some of the money went. But Lee Carney, Miss Carney's daughter, sent me some money toward the flowers. Johnny Lou sent me some money. Somebody else, did anybody? Okay, so so what I did was I pulled money out of the account for flowers. The flowers ended up being about $200, because they were about $60 in arrangement, plus tax, plus this and that
Yeah,
delivery
they're
fee and all
high,
this.
they're high.
So I ended up pulling about $115 out of the account, and then I added the money with it that we had. Then I had the money from Lee. She sent me like $50, and anyway, I ended up paying $65 deposit for this room. So,
Oh!
yes, y'all.
But you'll get it back.
We can meet somewhere else.
Eventually, they've got it on file, so I mean, they need to keep it for every meeting. You know, they want you to like do one for every meeting. I'm like, you just need to keep it on file, because like, we'll be here.
Have they raised it? Because
It was 65 last year, they
Is it
just didn't
25?
charge us.
First
Not,
Baptist
well, it
does
was
it.
65 year before that, because
Yeah,
it's
really?
food.
Okay.
And so
yeah,
if you
food,
ruin
yeah.
the carpet, I guess that's the cleaning
what it
fee.
is,
It's
yeah.
like 35 without food or something.
That's what it says right there.
Yeah,
I
so,
don't think First Baptist minded you.
I don't think first, yeah,
I mean,
we did good on there.
I was gonna say, wow.
we'll see. I just hate to always have to message him and be like, can we use the room? I
The years we've been meeting here, I mean,
Just,
don't know. Well, there's some things going on with the library, so we'll see how it goes. So anyway, that's where 65 of them went. So anyway,
Wow.
we're still at 680, which is fantastic, so. Okay, let's see where we are. Okay, dues, reads, American Spirit said that, booklets, balance, flowers, 50-year members. Do you want me to hold off on that, or you want to talk about that?
50 year?
Yes.
Yeah, let me do that right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Julie Sharp, we have a 50-year member. And I just discovered that just by accident. And Regina, I need a $10 check to send in with a form. She will get a certificate, and I will send her a Constitution Day packet with that certificate. Unless they send, I don't know if they're gonna send it to her or to us. I don't know how they're gonna do it. My address will be on it. I have the form, but I need, it's $10. That has to be a chapter check.
Do we have anybody else a 50-year member? What's Miss Carney?
She's already had her, we've already done hers.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And I think they do 10-year and 20-year or something,
We have
whatever
some
like
10 years
that.
in here?
I'm 20.
Woo!
Oh, good,
Yes, we
good,
need to
good.
look at that. If you'll
If you
kind of
get,
keep up with that for us,
yeah,
Miss Johnny.
I need a $20 check.
Okay. You're 10? Okay. So why don't we
Okay.
get with Miss Johnny Lee?
Yeah,
Maybe
let me
look at
look at
the
it.
20 or whatever, and
Let
we'll
me
get with
look at it
her.
and I will fill out.
And now that we have money, that's something we can pay for.
That's right. Finally can do
We ever
something.
decide about the plaques?
Yes, we're getting to that.
Okay.
Yay! Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay, before I forget, I think that communicating with everyone would be much easier if I do a group me. I don't know if any of you are using that for anything, but I have like 3 different groups that use it. It's fantastic. So basically, I need everybody's phone number on a piece of paper. I'll pass around. I will create a group me that will have just us in it, and then we can all chat back and forth, and it will go to everyone. I won't be missing anyone. Every time I send out a text message, I'm like, okay, let me think. Did I get oh wait, I forgot this one. Let me forward it to them. So anyway, if you will put your phone number on there, your name, whatever number you want me to use for group me, it needs to be a cell number.
Okay.
And
When you do this, maybe this afternoon, or just send, the group me out and say, please identify.
Yes.
I don't know.
yes, so if you don't have group me,
I'm
you
gonna need
need
it, I
to, who does not have group me? Okay, so it's
It's
an app.
Well, okay.
It's an app on, you just go to your app store, download group me, and then, you'll see my invite for you to join the group, okay? And when I send that out, everybody needs to respond with just your name. That's all you gotta do, and that way the rest of us will know who you are from then on, okay?
Wait a minute now.
You'll get a message from me, it'll be an invite to join the group, okay? If you have the app
This is gonna
downloaded.
put what?
Do you have the app downloaded?
When you get the message.
Oh, you can,
You have an app,
you have a tech person here.
DAR,
me.
Copiah
I got it.
chapter.
Group me.
It's all together.
And when you get it, all you gotta do is say, Kevin Brewster, she's not
Okay.
listening, but the phone number comes under
Yes,
the.
yes.
I just
So
Okay.
anyway, when you get
You
the
and
invite and you
Angie.
accept the invite, then just respond. I'm,
And
you
Julie.
know, everybody knows
That would
Johnny
be
has mine,
30.
but I'm just gonna say Tricia. And it's gonna post the phone number with it. You'll see the phone number and I'll say
Okay.
Tricia. And then you can add that as a contact, and then you'll know from now on in all our conversations who everybody is. Okay? Because we all need everybody's number for various reasons. Okay, so, this is my last term year as regent. So I fulfilled the rest of, what was that? Was it Hendricks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I fulfilled the rest of her term, and then I've done 2 terms. So I think it's time for a change of regent.
Uh-oh.
But you did so good.
I'm
keeping my job. I don't want to go nowhere.
So Regina says I remain treasurer.
You've been trained.
No, I'm tired. Regina's been regent, Johnny Lou's been regent, right?
No, I haven't.
No,
Oh.
Johnny Lou and Teresa, I meant Teresa.
Uh-oh.
Teresa, who else has been regent? Andy's got her head down. She's like, don't look at me. Okay, so just, I think Miss Carney's been regent.
Yes.
So, so just putting the word out there, you need to be thinking about it. But, we have so many past regents that, it is not a problem now to cover a lot of the things, and we have a lot of systems and a lot of things in place, so it would not be a difficult task, to do that, okay?
Well, the Daughters of the American Revolution of the Mississippi State Society recognize you with appreciation as regent of the Copiah
Oh,
chapter.
yay! Very nice, thank you very much.
And I have made you a constitution both ways.
Thank you, you are so sweet. Having said that, I think that, I would like to see us give plaques to all our past regents that are living. And so I think that that would be very nice for each regent to have. So we have money, I'll check into the price, they're not that expensive, just you know, they're not 5x7, they're kind of like 5x7, maybe a little bigger, but, you know, something nice, and, because, I mean, being a region of DAR, so, you know, I mean, that's something to be proud about. Yeah, so.
It lasts for 2 years?
I've done it probably more than 2 years,
You
because
have.
I filled the remainder probably of 2 years of,
Yeah.
what was her first name?
Melody? You talking about
No,
Melody?
it
No.
was Hendricks. It was-
Oh, Audrey, Crave.
Yes, Craig, that's how you say it, yes. And so I fulfilled the rest of hers, and then I think I've done 2
Did she
times.
pass?
No, she was moving to Florida with her son. That was the last I heard. So, and good for her too, because she had to, she pretty much stopped doing things because she is very, very hard of hearing, and basically, she's lost her hearing, so.
She wasn't driving, was she?
No. She was pretty lonely, and then COVID hit, things just got worse, and so last I heard, she's gonna move to Florida with her son, and that's where she needs to be. That's, you need to be with family.
Do we know anything about our prospective members?
Let's see, who are our prospective members? Let's see.
Carol Frisell, Eddie Frisell, Shirley Lamar, and
I haven't
James
seen
Trotter.
Carol in a little while, something always comes up, I need to
Is she,
check with
she,
her. I did let her know about the meeting though.
she has her application and most of it, I think, is just getting her, documents together. And
Okay.
I told
Well,
her,
I need to get back on her.
yeah, I told her how to do it to, how to get those documents,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Who else is prospective?
Wasn't Miss Shirley a member, like,
Yes.
Shirley Knox
Lamar?
Lamar.
Well, was she, Miss, Carney told me to catch up with her, that she needs to be, there we are, perspectives.
I think Miss Carney did call her about this meeting.
What about Janet? Janet Schreiber.
I
Didn't they take on her?
I worked on it as long as I could, and then I told her that I felt like, I said, I feel like you will go in, I send it in. Well, they did deny it. And then, they sent us letters about what to do, they wanted this, they wanted that. So I told her, I said, I tell you what, it's, some of it I think is in the National Archives in Fort Worth, Texas. And if I went out there, I might could get in there and get it, but they've been closed, with the pandemic. Well, anyway, I gave it over to what we call the 250 task force for the DAR nationwide. And it went to this one lady, and she just knew she was gonna get it. Well, she has not been able to get it. She has transferred to someone else. And that's where we are. And I'm not gonna give up on it. I have another
Maybe
avenue.
we just need to find her
But let
somebody
me,
else.
let me tell you and maybe you can help me with it. I have not had time to work on this, and it's gonna be difficult. She and I have the same ancestor, not the one she's working on. We have Samuel Brown. Samuel Brown's line has been closed. I do not think that's right.
Right.
I have so many documents. I have land grants on him. I have passports on him. I marked his grave in Simpson County.
Yep.
And
Need to work on, when.
they're saying he's the what we have, maybe he's somebody
They
else.
question the genealogy.
Yeah, or maybe his wife is not correct, and I did look at the wife, and we've got find a grave and stuff in there, and maybe the wife is not on there just right, I am not sure. I have this much paperwork to go through to find out. And I even asked the 250 task force about it,
Mhm.
and they said they would look into it, but I don't
They
think,
probably don't want to tackle it.
I don't think they have.
But there may be another ancestor. We need to look at her.
Well, they were
closer.
looking at a different
Yeah,
ancestor.
but there may be another one.
That's
I mean, a
right.
lot of us have multiples. We don't
Oh,
even
yeah,
realize.
yeah, I have several.
Okay, so we know that's going on. Okay.
Thank you.
I got a phone call a couple of days ago from a guy in Brookhaven, Charlie Ivy, does a talk show out of Brookhaven. I don't even know all the details. I don't even know what station. I don't know. But Thursday, he wants me to come in and get on the radio, and we're gonna talk about Constitution Day. And
Yeah.
and the DAR in our chapter.
Yeah.
Good.
Yay.
Congratulations, yes.